Hello, model railroaders. My name's Dave, and as you can see, this is definitely not my layout. I'm at my friend Don's place. We're having a train day, so to speak, and he's consented for a little bit of feed of a little filming of his layout. Here's Don. Say hello.
Hello there, David. Thanks for doing this.
And Don's within the next less than a week, well, a week from now, he'll be down in Pennsylvania at the Fine Scale Miniatures Expo, down around the Horseshoe Curve. I'm blanking on the name.
Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Altoona.
Yeah, this will be the fourth one we've been to, I believe. In fact, the first one we went to was with you and John, who we've lost touch with. I don't know what happened to John.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good times.
Yeah. So, Don is an HO scale, and you are steam era.
Yeah.
No diesel.
No.
And
like John Allen and George Celios, I tend to hang by diesel salesmen, hang them by the neck until dead. I have just the trestle to do that too.
Yes, yes, and you've got quite a few fine scale miniature kits. Speaking of George Celios, you seem to be very much into building of the craftsman style kits. Bar Mills, another kit name manufacturer that I know you utilize.
Campbell, yeah.
Campbell kits, and Hunter line.
Yes, the trestle is Hunter line. And,
so a big, nice long wooden trestle that is awaiting future build out around it for scenery. Lots of fine super detailing on your buildings. And then various little dioramas that you're going to end up inserting and building the layout around. So I'm more of an infrastructure person dealing with track and such like that. Don is more of a master model builder, I would say, based on the detailing and complexity of the various kits that he has built, the different mining structures and coaling towers, and doing the different weathering, and all from piecemeal kits, if you will. So what we're working on today is attaching up some of the lighting that Don has pre-installed in some of his buildings up to the bus line, now that he's found some specific permanent-ish locations on his layout, as he's slowly finding a home for all the structures he's built. Like this big, huge coaling dock structure that
it's actually a sheepscot kit.
I've never heard of them before.
Oh, they're marvelous kits.
But
he's still around, and he's a good age. I imagine he's in his 80s now. And we actually met him at one of the Model Expo meets. It was a pleasure to meet him.
Now, as you're slowly finding homes for everything, a lot of the structures that you have in this area temporarily will be more around the edge of your layout, because they're more of a oceanfront theme, where they've got built-in docks or or other aspects. So that's something that to look forward to. Now this kit here, you actually took down to the Fine Scale Miniatures Expo. That
I entered it in their competition. That's a full steam ahead kit.
and that was the expo that it was at in Strasburg, Pennsylvania, or just outside of Strasburg.
I don't think so, David. It might have been the one that was in the Berkshires. I didn't take anything to Strasbourg.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, the quality of the entries, it's humbling. I mean,
But yeah, just to take a kit down. Now, just so that people who don't really build Craftsman kits, how much time would you say have invested in this this diorama here? How many hours do you figure?
yeah, it might have been 2 months or so, I'm guessing. I am retired. I have the time to spend on it, but what better way to spend your time than doing a hobby like this?
Yes, just because you have a layout room doesn't mean you spend a lot of time actually in front of the layout, especially building the different kits. And like when you get into the interior detailing of the kits, dealing with super detailing.
And I have lighting in that one as well, so when time comes we'll hook that lighting up to the lighting bus lines. And I enjoy bar mills. I probably have a couple of dozen bar mills kits. I enjoy them. I enjoy the fine scale miniatures kits, of course.
Now your Popovich pipe, is that Bar Mills?
That's bar mills. That was a limited edition bar mills offering that I kit bashed a little bit. I didn't build it exactly as good friend Art suggests. As you might butterfly a steak or something, that building is supposed to be behind this one, so I opened it up. I did the same with this one. This actually is supposed to be the back of this one. Again, I opened it up.
And I guess that's the benefit of having that style of kit, where you can take the contents of the kit but reconfigure different walls and different parts of the structure to make it unique and put your stamp of ownership on the kit, even though 400 of those kits were sold, or 500 or 1,000, so that it makes it unique. Even though it's Popovich pipe, it's unique on your layout as compared to somebody else's layout.
I envisioned from the beginning as using it as a background building, and it just lent itself to opening it up like that. And by so doing, you increase the footprint that it occupies on the layout.
So as I've talked about scenery breaks or blocks on my layout, you can see the line running down behind the building set, or even through the building set that Don has utilized to hide the return loop aspect of the train. Now you've kind of got a double loop setup where you can either run two independent loops with this double crossover here, or run one very long loop around the layout. So it gives a lot more flexibility. And as you're saying, based on the work that John Allen has done as inspiration, your bench work, instead of being flat plywood, apart from the one section over on the far side of the room, is all
open bench work
that you'll have to do some scenery filling in
Mm-hmm.
with the various
I mean, I've already
techniques.
done that in my mind's eye. It's a work in progress, but I see in my mind how I envision it. So actually, what you see filmed here is not necessarily the way it's going to end up, but that's part of the fun of it, isn't it? Is to try and find the perfect placement or setting for the scenes you're trying to create.
Yeah, well, you've always astounded me at the detail that you have put into your craftsman style kits, no matter who the seller of the kits are, whether it's Bar Mills or any of the other manufacturers.
Generally speaking, the detail that you see came with the kit. That said, when you've been in the hobby as long as we have, you tend to accumulate bits and pieces over 50 years that if you see a place where you might use a detail that fits into a scene, you'll go ahead and use it. That's Brett's Brewery. It's Campbell kit. I enjoyed that one of their bigger kits. The Majestic Hardware is a Bar Mills kit. Enjoyed that as well.
I see you don't have a half-naked lady bathing in the water tower.
No.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, I don't know whether you've already seen my yellow duck. Grandson enjoys the yellow duck at times, so. But
It will find its home various
Yeah.
spots in the layout at times.
I don't know if the duck will even fit in that water tower, but there you go. How's that? I mean, if John Allen can have a dinosaur named Emma, I guess I can take certain latitudes as well. I, in fact, have a dinosaur, but mine isn't a Stegosaurus. Mine is a Brontosaurus. But yes, John Allen was a tremendous influence. And
Okay.
of course, after John Allen came George Sellios, and he too raised the bar again. But we've visited his layout half a dozen times now, and he's always such a gracious host. And as many times as you see his layout, you always see something you never caught before.
Yeah, it's so
So
super detailed
incredible. So
that even spending 3 hours there, it's you only catch the surface details. It is quite a sight to see.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm almost out of time here, so
Well,
I want to thank you for allowing a peek at your layout, and hope you have a fantastic time. Our other friend Peter, who's not with us today, he's also going to be heading down to Pennsylvania with you, and hopefully you guys have a great time, and look forward to hearing your stories when you return about your trip.
indeed, look forward to it.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye for now,
David.
everybody.
Bye-bye.